Today we're going to talk about the Coweta County real estate market update. We are through the first quarter and there's been a lot going on, and I get a lot of questions about what is happening in Coweta County with the real estate market. The first thing we're going to look at are the amount of homes that are available. There are 746 available homes in Coweta County, and this is definitely an increase from last year. And now we're going to look at the amount of homes that are under contract, and it's 277. That's the amount of homes that are actively pending in contract. They have a buyer and they have a seller that have already come to an agreement to buy the house. There have been 167 homes sold in the last 30 days. So if we look at the 167 and all the way over here, the 700 and some homes listed on the market, when we do that math, when we divide one into the other, that's how we come up with the amount of months of inventory. And that's how we determine if we have a buyer's market or a seller's market. So the next thing we're looking at is the year-over-year results from January, February, and March, which is the data we have so far. So in 2024, they were 234 listings on the market. They are 5.1% increase from last year. There's a 24.5% increase in February and a 5.3% in March. We're also measuring pending sales. So as we're measuring pending sales, there is a 24.1% decrease. That's a major decrease from going from 24 to 25 in January. And in February, there were just a 1.8% decrease and a 7.2% decrease last month. So we're seeing a lot more homes, they're coming onto the market and they're not selling at quite the rate they were. A lot of that is due to the amount of excess inventory. Going into the amount of closed sales for the year over year, January 4.7% decrease in closed sales, 28.1% decrease in closed sales year over year, and in March we're at 8.9%. So we're coming into the average price point. Even though homes are selling less speed because of the inventory, we have more homes on the market, more competition, housing prices are still increasing. And as you can see it in January, there was a 12% increase on the average price point in Coweta County, 6.7 in February, and they were a negative 1.7 in March. So there's a slight decrease in March, counting the average price sold. So now we're going to touch on the average days on market. This is how long homes are sitting on the market. The more inventory we get, the more homes are going to set. The only caveat of that is if something happens with the interest rates, when interest rates drop, people are going to rush into the market because now they can afford it and they've been sitting on the sidelines. So the average days on market in January year over year was a 15.4% increase. So there's on the market 15% longer. And in February, 16% longer. And in March, 35% longer. So basically with the market update, what we're seeing is the real estate market, we're getting more listings or less buyers in a market. This is a lot because of the interest rates. Because they're setting and people are not either pricing them appropriately with the market or they're not willing to do price reductions, they're setting on the market longer. And this takes into account the people who list their house for 6 months and it doesn't sell, and the house that sells in 30 minutes. So this is the median. And as we get into the prices still continue to rise because even if we have 5 or 6 months of inventory, that's still normal, that's still stable. So home prices are continuing to rise with inflation and appreciation on average levels. Guys, if you're looking at buying and selling Coweta County or the surrounding counties, let me know. I'd be happy to help you. And remember, who you work with matters, and have a great day.